Hello everybody, my name is Caleb and today I'd love to discuss with you some of the steps that we need to take in order to create our own custom shower. So custom showers are a great thing to have. They can really catch the eye of any audience member or anybody you ever have in your house, any friends, family, stuff like that. Great thing to have a custom shower, it looks gorgeous. So the first step that you're going to want to do if you have old construction, meaning you already had a bathroom in there, you want to do some demo work. So you want to pull out the old tub, and really all you want to have is just your 2x4s on the wall, your framing, and then you want to have your plywood on the floor, and then you'll probably have an old drain pipe and some old water lines in there, which we'll play with later. That we'll use this to pull off of. If you have new construction, you don't really have to worry about that. You can just kind of work from scratch, which is nice. After you've done the demo work, it's time to frame. So this is going to be your nutch if you want a nutch, like a little shelf kind of to put all your shampoos and stuff on. If you want a bench, this is also going to include your threshold for the shower, which is usually just a couple 2x4s stacked on top of each other, and that kind of prevents water from seeping out in the shower. So threshold's nice to have. And same thing, that piece of plywood, if you don't have that plywood on the floor already, usually like 3/4 inch plywood, you want to make sure you have that down now. So after that, it's time to do all the plumbing, all the fun stuff. So again, if you have old water lines and stuff there, it's real easy to pull off of them. And you want to make sure you have everything in place for your shower head, for your faucet, your overflow, your drain, all that jazz, your manifold. You want to make sure everything's in place there. That way you can move forward and you don't have to worry about adjusting any of that later down the line when it's behind the wall. An important note, make sure the water's shut off before you cut the water lines. It's not a good thing. So after that, you want to do your first layer of mortar. So your first layer of mortar is going to act like a foundation for the rest of the floor. You want to make sure this layer is smooth. You want to make sure it has a slight incline coming in towards the drain. And you want to let it cure for about 24 hours. An important note, you want to make sure that you get no debris getting inside the drain while you're doing this. So best to like put a piece of duct tape or something over that drain pipe so that nothing falls in there and causes plumbing issues down the line. After that, you're ready to install your shower liner. So this is kind of like a waterproof rubber liner, really. And you just put it on the floor, roll it out, and put it on the floor over that mortar after it's cured. And you want to tack it into the 2x4s, so you kind of have it coming up the wall. You want to tack it into the 2x4s. And important to note here as well, you don't want to put any tacks or any holes in that liner about 6 inches probably from the 2x4. If you have any holes in that liner below that, it can be compromised for water. So water can end up seeping in there and causing water damage to the walls and floors, all that jazz. So you want to make sure that you keep everything up higher. And this is the same thing for cement boards, which is your next step. So you're going to put cement boards all the way up the walls. You're going to put cement board around your nutch, around your bench, your threshold, all that. Wherever you previously did your framing, you want to now cement board that all up. And same thing, make sure you tack it about 6 inches up from the floor. You don't really want to go lower than that because it could end up compromising the integrity of the shower down the line. And then after that, you can do your final layer of mortar. So this final layer of mortar is where your tile is going to sit. So it's really important to make sure that this is smooth and it's flat, and it's same thing, has an incline coming in towards the drain so that you don't have any puddles in the shower or anything like that. And it all just flows and drains out nicely. This is very similar to the last layer of mortar we laid, just a little bit more finessing, maybe more than anything, just making sure it's really perfect for tile work. And then you can waterproof. So waterproof is, technically you don't really need this type of waterproof. Really the tile, the mortar, and the grout and all that should be all the waterproofing you need, but it's important to, rather be safe than sorry. So it's kind of like a paintable waterproofing. You paint it on and it cures and it turns into like a silicone or rubber type substance. And that'll help protect all your seams, all your edges, everything like that, anything like that where water could potentially get in. And then you're ready to tile. So you always want to start with wall tile for the most part. You want to start on the bottom, make sure all your wall tile is level. That way moving up, all your lines stay straight, and you want to make sure they're equally spaced. And then you can do the floor tile after that. So floor tile usually comes pre-packaged, pre-spaced. You don't have to worry about the spacing so much. It comes in like a sheet, and you want to lay that down next. And then you can grout all your tile after it's cured. You can grout all your tile. And as you're grouting, you want to make sure that you keep an eye out for when it starts to dry. As soon as it starts to dry, you want to wipe it with a wet sponge, get all that grout off the surface of the tile, Otherwise, it could be very difficult to remove later once it's fully cured. And after that, you're pretty much done. You just got to put your fixtures in and your shower door in. So fixtures are real easy. Shower door can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but there's always other options. If you don't want to do the shower door, you could always do a curtain, or you could have a custom glass guy come in and do the shower for you. But after that, you're done. So I hope you enjoy the shower, and I hope it's everything that you envisioned when you first started the project. And I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good night.